Today, we're going to be talking about volume and pauses. And this is still about sticking to your point. We covered volume yesterday, but we didn't finish. So I decided just to finish it today and then add also the pauses. Volume is very, very important. On Saturday, most of the Saturdays, I work with a group of young students in a robotics group, and I'm teaching them speaking skills. And one of the things that has been hard for them is to speak loud. I go a few feet away, I even lead them in the stage, and then walk over to the audience and have them talk to me directly as far as I can, and they just have to talk as loud as they can so that I can hear them. And it's difficult. It's of course it's difficult. That is a very important element that we should use when we talk because we want to make sure that people hear us. And even when we have that vocal variety and we want to lower the volume, even then we have to speak clearly and very distinctively so that people can hear us, the audience can hear us. That is enunciating the words that we want to enunciate in a way that they hear us. The second element is the pauses. The pauses is another very important element that we need when we are delivering our point. And it is yet still very succinct, and we've talked about the point, what it is. But if we want to make it stick, then people have to understand it. And there are many benefits of the pauses, but let's cover only three of them. And the first one is that the audience needs time to reflect. It takes approximately double the time, maybe less or more, depending on the individual, to digest, to understand, and really have that concept totally into our system, into our mind, to in order to understand it. So it takes longer to digest that element that we take for us to speak it. It is like a plant that where you put some water in, it takes a while for the water to go down to the roots. And that's the same thing that happens to a message. That is why it's so important to pause, to pause, to reflect, to allow the audience to reflect. And the second uh, benefit of pausing is that we can avoid distractors. Distractors like ums, ahs, ah, all those distractors are not good when we speak, and we should eliminate them. Rather than saying them, pause. And the third benefit is a very important one, to avoid speaking before thinking. We have that custom. We cannot hear ourselves talk. We cannot stay quiet. If we stay quiet, if we pause, we think that the audience needs to hear something. We need to speak, to continue speaking. And that's not the case. And if we pause, we allow ourselves to think first before talking. So these are the other two elements that I need to discuss with you. The volume is very important. The pause is very important to reflect, to avoid the distractors, and also to think before we speak. I hope you follow them, and we see you again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, stay proactive. Goodbye.